I'm a Raider fan because of my dad and Marcus Allen.
I'm a Raiders fan. Born in Oakland, I will always be loyal to the silver and black.
I'm a Raider because I came back to the Bay from LA with my team.
I'm an Oakland Raider fan because of my grandmother. Town business.
I'm a Raider fan. My grandmother raised me as a Raider fan.
Raiders! It
Let's
wasn't.
go.
It is a win, and we are still in the hunt.
Yes.
Guess what? The drinking game for tonight, of course.
Tell me.
Hunt, baby. We in the hunt, baby.
I like that.
Hey, I'll take it. Well, like I said, it wasn't pretty, but I'll take the win. 7-7, tied with the Broncos.
Ooh,
And
we
I think
big.
just one game behind the Chargers. We coming for you too, right? What's up, Omar? We got Mother Moon behind the scenes.
What's
going
up?
on,
What's
y'all?
up, all?
Definitely
And if you are
enjoyed the
watching
win.
over on Facebook, make sure to come over on YouTube if you want to join the conversation. We're going to take callers tonight, and we want to see your comments, of course, in the comment box. And, of course, light that torch. Hit that like button,
Yes.
subscribe, and share. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. If you have already subscribed, please share our channel with others so they will subscribe as well. Let's pop on over. What's up, everybody in the chat line?
Who do we have here?
I know we got some new people up in here. What's up, y'all?
Tell us where you're
Make sure
from.
to subscribe if you haven't already. Omar, what was your and we're gonna have Nevada Nick on too. Nevada Nick, you know, he's not as excited as we are because he is a Raiders fan now, and so he bet on them, but it might not have turned out the way he wanted. But we're gonna let him talk all about that with you. Omar, what did you think about it?
I enjoyed the win. I mean, come on. Like I said, when we heard about everything going on with the Browns, I said last week we're gonna win. I was happy to be right about that one. And you know what? Yep. They had 8 starters out. They were, I think, down on they're at the 3rd string quarterback. I'll still take the win. It does say something about the state of the Raiders that you win against a team like that, only 16-14. But hey, that's where we are. I'm gonna enjoy the win. I got plenty of stuff that I liked, and of course, plenty of stuff I didn't like, but I enjoyed the win. Go Raiders. Hey, we've been beat up all season, so yep, enjoy beating up a team that's, down right now, because we've been down, like I say, we started going down since game 1 when it come down to at least losing starters and things like that. So, hey, good game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I know, I'm right there with you, Omar. Hey, 7-7's good. Like I said, we right there. Everyone's right there right now. Shoot,
Yep.
Kansas City's not even too far off. If we really want to be wishful thinking, what are we? Only 2 behind? Let me check it out. Let me get
We're
the exact
7-7.
numbers here.
What? It's Kansas City 9-5.
Oh, they're 10-4. When did they get 10-4?
Chargers.
Woo!
10-4.
Hey, and as of before today's win, the Chargers were in the wild card, and the Raiders were on the bubble in the hunt. So that could flip very easily. I don't know the Chargers' schedule. Mother Moon, you want to Google that for me? Who do they
play us
got?
last game of the season?
Well, that much I know, and that I've been saying that
Yes.
one might still matter, and that's why I haven't sold my ticket for that game.
If we
yet,
win the
because
next 2, it'll matter for sure.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm still keeping that one in my back pocket. What's up, Kelly Gonzalez? Prez, is that Sinister Reina 89?
Nice.
What's up?
Welcome.
What's up? Vanessa, what's good, girl? Oh, Hefe in here. Raider Hefe. That's what I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call you Raider Hefe.
He enjoyed the win too.
He did enjoy the win because he's a Raider fan.
He did.
And
He
we
was
still in
like,
the
oh.
hunt, y'all. We still in the hunt, Drake.
We're still in the hunt. There you go.
Devin 13, what's good? If y'all haven't subscribed already, please do so. Please subscribe, hit that like button. We trying to hit a milestone here, so we need 394 more.
We got this.
Tell a
One at
friend.
time.
Then
one
tell
at
him
a time.
again.
Tell a friend and tell him again. There, I like that, Omar. That's good. That's good stuff. All right, let's see. We're gonna bring Nevada Nick in here to join the discussion, the newest fan to the Raider Nation. Although he might not be so happy tonight. He's such a fan. He put his money where his mouth is, and I don't know. They might have disappointed him. Which actually, will really initiate him as a Raider fan, because get used to the disappointment, my friend.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It raises your pain threshold week to week.
for sure, for sure. What's good, Nevada Nick? Are you still
What's
Raiders
up,
fan?
Oh yeah, I was initiated tonight for sure.
In the worst way possible.
I had the Raiders minus 2.5. So basically, I lost by 0.5 point. If they'd have won by 3, I would have won, but they didn't. So, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, tonight it's my initials are NN. Tonight's going to be 3 N's, negative Nevada Nick, I think. So.
Oh no.
No, I mean, look, a win is a win, and anytime you can get a win in the NFL, it's a win. But to me, the last 2 weeks, and you're fighting for your playoff lives, and the way they've played. I don't know. They're still alive. They're not going to beat the Colts or the Chargers. They play like this. They're going to get smoked. I mean, if they play better, there's a shot. When Lloyd Carr fumbled, I thought they had the opportunity there to go to Mariota. And I'm just surprised they didn't, because that's what opened the game up for the Browns to come back in it. And they, like I said, they almost lost it, obviously.
I will say this, though, and I noticed, and I don't know if it was because the postponement of the game or because they're just tired of being hated on or quote unquote disrespected, but I did see a different attitude. I saw a different swag tonight or today. I thought they came out with a little more heart, a little more grit, a little more toughness, if you will. Yeah, sure. In my opinion, yes, maybe they should have won by more, but I don't know. I felt like there was something different about this team tonight.
Well, Carr for sure. He had some tap shoes on. He was all over the field.
Yeah, no,
he was moving.
I agree. And this is a big game. This is a statement game for him, because you can't lose a game like this. And at the end of the day, even though it was close, it still goes down as a W. Like, if you're Carr, you can't lose a game like this.
But to me,
like a different player.
Just being honestly, to call it a statement game, he almost blew it. He threw an interception, and then the defense, goes 3 and out to get him the ball back. Yeah, I mean, look, I agree. The defense played really well. I thought the offensive line was aggressive and played well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If anybody made a statement with them.
My problem's more with the receivers and the quarterback. That's where I thought it lacked. I got no problem with Jacobs. I thought, oh my God, the running back, help me out. Barber. I thought he played well. I thought the line played hard. Yep. It's just the drop from Jackson. Zay Jones had a drop. Renfro, and then obviously Edwards too. They just, I don't know, just lack of concentration. I don't know what it was. They just seem out of sync in regards to throwing the ball. I mean, the Browns secondary was decimated. They should have been able to go up and down the field.
Yeah. Yep. Well, yeah. I obviously there were some very technical difficulties, we'll call them. Right. However, I do think the feeling and the passion was there that I haven't seen before.
I think it was the running game. I think seeing that running game again. I mean, being able to run the ball. Jacobs looked good, like you were saying. Barber looked good. Our line was holding up. I think right in the trenches made us strong. I think it gave everybody a little bit more confidence, because you know what I mean. We had some balance in that offense. Yeah. So I think big time kudos goes to our O-line and to the 2 running backs. I mean, they didn't get 100 yards. I mean, I think they ran 86 yards total. But the way it looked when they're, the way they ran the ball and the timing when they ran the ball, we looked strong. So I really, really, really give them big props for that.
And they kept running the ball too, which was good. They didn't abandon it. No, I agree with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. It's I don't know. Nevada Nick, this is all new to you. That was a roller coaster ride for sure. For sure. I mean, at some point we probably all I don't want to say it. At some point we were all like, and I'm not going to use as many explicits as we did, but that was a tough win, and it was hard to believe at some points, I will say, but they pulled it out.
Yeah, I mean, and look, something, obviously, Carlson might be the MVP of this team. I mean, honestly, you got 2 wins because of him, and I will give, the head coach credit in regards to icing the kicker. That 3 points is the difference.
Yeah,
in the game.
that's a difference for
That's the
sure.
difference in the game.
And I feel like I feel like that never really works so often.
Worked today.
It worked today. Yeah, that was huge.
It's funny. They tried doing it to Carlson, and he kind of was real close. See, with him, he fixed himself. His second kick was right down the middle.
Yeah, it was even better. The first one, I wasn't even sure he made.
Yeah, it was close.
It was close, but then it was clearly made. But then the timeout and everything, and then the second one was just money.
Yeah, like I said, he's been. I mean, look, the Cowboys win, and obviously today is directly because of him. I mean, obviously, the players too, but still, he made crucial kicks, and that is not easy. People don't understand, but that pressure, it's not easy. That's why there's only some Vinatieri's and Justin Tuckers of the world. It's not easy to kick when it's meaningful and it matters.
Right. So we're looking ahead just to say what's going on next week, because now next week's actually a big deal in the AFC West. And if you looked at it today, it was the Chiefs were obviously the division leaders making the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Then you have the Chargers in the wild card, and then you have both the Raiders, even before this win today, both the Raiders and the Broncos in the hunt. So literally all four teams are fighting for a playoff position here. Two of them really, right? Because even the even the division still technically, mathematically up for grabs. So we've got next week of the Chargers are at the Texans, and then we have the Steelers at the Chiefs. I mean, that could be a very good game. And then most importantly, of course, the Raiders are playing at home against Denver. And now to me, I'm going to this game. Mother Moon and I are going to this game. That makes this game even all that more important. Like, this extra means something now. Right, the difference between 7-7 and 6-8 is huge.
No, it is. And look, they're going to need Denver. Now, one thing that's going to fall their way too. I don't know about Teddy Bridgewater. He might be out, right? And that's going to help them because Drew Lock is just all over the place. But still, Denver's a good team. They're going to need to up their game to go. It's on the road, right, or is it at home?
Oh, it's at home.
It's at home.
But they're going to need to up their game. Denver's a good defensive team. I see a low-scoring, close game where it's going to come down to mistakes, penalties, turnovers, things like that. So they need to play a clean game. But, obviously with the question, with Bridgewater being questionable, and look, a win this Sunday would be big because then you get the confidence rolling. I'd like to see a good win, though. I want to see something that, you can build on confidence-wise.
Oh, I thought you meant a good game. No, I don't want to see a good game.
No. I want to see a good win. Impressive because I'm telling you,
I see.
Colts and Chargers are another level. They're going to need to really ball to hang with those teams. Colts are playing really good. You saw what they did to New England on Saturday night.
I mean, yeah.
You got to get more touchdowns. I mean, for me to feel remotely confident about any future games. I mean, 16 points, you guys, against a team that didn't have their head coach or 8 starters.
Yeah, it's a problem.
That does not, like I say, I enjoyed the win, but that doesn't give me confidence in a division game or a game against the Colts, which we have 2 division games coming up and a game against the Colts. I mean, we gotta put up points.
Definitely.
So, yeah,
I'm just reading right now. Bridgewater, he was released from hospital. After the concussion. I mean, realistically, how do you come back when this was 9? It says 9 hours ago. What day is it? Monday. The game is what? I mean,
yesterday. It was a little bit over 24 hours because it was during the game yesterday. But no, he's
not when he was released, though, was it? I'm talking about when he was released.
He was only released 9 hours ago. Wow.
Well, that's that's what I'm reading. Maybe it's not exactly right.
No, it's possible. I think I heard that he was going to be kept over for observation. So yeah, I don't see him playing this weekend. I really don't. Yeah.
I mean, that could help the Raiders as well. However, we saw how this third-string quarterback. He looked cool, calm, and collective, and I think if I remember correctly, I think he beat the Raiders once before.
Yeah, he used to play for the Niners, so he might have beat him when he was with the Niners. Possibly.
I think that's when it was. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, but still, like I said, both teams going in 7-7, home game. Hopefully, Raiders. Come on, Raider Nation! If you're going to be there, let's get some home field advantage. Let's try to work that out.
Definitely. We need all the help we can get.
This is true.
Definitely.
Well, and the one thing that's good too is, I mean, essentially, now the Broncos I think are below the Raiders, but the Chargers and Colts, are directly ahead of them. So
Right.
you're getting to play teams that you're fighting in position with. So I mean, in that sense, it's really good. I mean, so they're definitely still in it. It's just about obviously winning games. I mean, that's going to be the big thing.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Raiders are I believe the Raiders are ahead of the Broncos just because of the conference matchups.
Yeah, you're right. They're actually the top of the 7-7 teams. They're the top one because they have the best conference record. So,
Exactly.
And then there's the Steelers who they beat head to head, but because of the tie, the Steelers are 7-6-1. But you had mentioned the Steelers are playing the Chiefs. So they lose and the Raiders win. They'll pass the Steelers. And then, like we said, they got the Colts and Chargers. So if they do win out, they probably most likely they do make the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, the Raiders with the conference wins though, the Raiders are in this one game made a huge difference. I mean, they they beat the Ravens, of course, that are sitting at 8-6.
Right.
Like you just touched on, they obviously beat the Steelers, which are 7-6-1. Woo! I can't even believe it's actually this close to coming down to it. I mean, I hate to be over hopeful, but the numbers are there.
Yeah, and if you look at it, if they run the table, they'll be 8-4 in the conference. So they would make the playoffs and then that means they would beat the Chargers, who their conference, they'd have 5 conference losses. I mean, so if they went out, they're going to make the playoffs. So, I mean, which to me is huge. That would be huge for them just to, win these games down the stretch. And even if you go in and you're not impressed in the playoffs, it's a step in the right direction, in my opinion.
Right. I still think though, I said I was going to stay positive and I'm trying to stay positive. However,
We are positive
do it.
too.
Hold on.
You can
No,
do
I just have a question though. I have a question though. If they make the playoffs,
Tell me.
do they still clean house?
Yes. They still have to. Or
Yeah, I mean,
straighten up.
Head coach, yes. Quarterback, depending on how he plays. If Carr balls out these next 3 games, I would leave it up to I think Omar said it too. I wouldn't let the owner make it. A real owner would let the GM and head coach decide and like I said, unless you're going to get, we talked about it before, unless you're going to get one of those top tier guys, if you're drafting somebody, why don't you just bring Carr back? He's not getting paid much money. Let him be the mentor or whatever to the guy you're going to draft. But yeah, unless you're getting somebody who's better than him, I mean, you got to bring him back.
So there's
I
a
mean, we
caveat
just-
to that then, because you can't just make the playoffs. Then you said you had to ball out.
Yeah, right. Well, he's going to have to ball out. If you're going to beat the Colts, Chargers, and Broncos, 3 very good physical. He's going to. There's no way he's going to play like he did the last 2 weeks, and they're going to make the playoffs. He's going to have to play well. I mean, so yeah, there's no way he plays mediocre and they make the playoffs.
I think it might even take more than that, just because I believe isn't his contract about to be up, and he's going to be due some big money. He
has 1 year left, and there's no
he's got
cap.
1 year left. Okay,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. In that case, yes, I agree. Maybe keeping Carr and drafting a guy. Hey, the 49ers just did that, and you know what? I bet you they're glad they kept Garoppolo right about now, and it gives their young guy a chance to sit back. I think Raiders might want to take note on that if we're not going to go and get a Russell Wilson or something like that. And whichever way we go, let's hope it's not Mark making the freaking decisions.
All right. Let us know what you think in the chat line. Let us know what you think. Did you think the Raiders were going to pull this one out? I mean, that when it came down to it, let me know what you think, chat line. Let me know what you think. Did you think the Raiders were? Because I know we were all cussing. We had a text chain going on a mile long. We were all cussing.
That interception had me like,
yep.
I was dropping F-bombs on everybody's phone.
That drives me nuts is you got so little time left. Why do you need it all on one play? You know what I mean?
And then to just straight up drive it downfield the next time when you could have done it that way with more time and probably got a touchdown.
Right. And the throw, too, was just
way
I mean, it was an easy interception. You know what I mean? It was just a bad throw.
He has not dropped a dime in that distance since, man, I haven't seen one. A dime. Like, I remember back in the fourth quarter. You guys remember fourth quarter? Carr was like the comeback kid early, and what was that, season 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever that was? I'm like, man, you just sit back and watch. Like, it's about to happen.
Far back.
Well, part of the thing is too now you're getting into December, so it's colder. The weather's, it's harder to throw the football. So I think that factors in. No, but they talked about that today during the game. They brought up through the first 7 years or whatever, he's one of the quarterbacks with the most comeback wins.
Yep.
Okay.
But I enjoyed that win, though.
I mean, if that's the stat we're going for, I want the stat that has winning seasons, Nevada Nick.
Yeah,
okay?
Playoff wins. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say the same thing. I'm with you 100%.
We got one.
It's a nice stat, but I want playoff wins or playoff appearances.
If that stat went along with winning seasons, I would be celebrating with you. Unfortunately, that stat doesn't not go with winning seasons. All right.
If wanting more wins is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Let me see what some of these commenters have to say here. Kelly says, luckily there's a lot of teams playing inconsistent, but Carr, it's up in the air. If we can get Russ or Rodgers, go for the Stars. Yeah, I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
Or Watson.
I mean, like I said, I'll be feeling that same way, even if he wins out, because, like I say, I've got too many seasons of him. Like I say, just looking at his throws. I don't look at anything else. We can always argue if we put the perfect team around him. There are much less quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls with the perfect team. So for me, that's not a good argument.
The first thing they need to do, without a doubt, 100%, offensive line. You got to fix the offensive line so that they can run the football,
right?
And fix the interior of the line, and go from there. Because and once again, it looks like another. I don't know about Leatherwood. I mean, it's only 1 year, so it's early, but he doesn't look too good. And now he's busted. He's going in from tackle to guard, and you spent a first-round pick on him. So hopefully he improves from year 1 to 2. But yeah, they definitely need some new offensive linemen.
Yeah, well, hopefully that will happen. But speaking of, I don't know why this reminded me of this, but I want to say congratulations to our 3 Pro Bowlers, Max Crosby, AJ Cole, and Denzel Perryman. So congratulations to them. Mad Max for sure.
Technical difficulty.
Mad Max for sure. Huh? Oh, I don't know what happened. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. What's up? Cool Cap 75 says, "Salute. What's going down? What's going down?" Here, I've got this is our favorite Raider hater fan. Reef thinks we're delusional.
Just talking about the playoffs, he's like delusional.
Right.
I'm sure that's what that comment was all about. Like winning the next 3 in a row, delusional.
I agree. Reef, I agree with you.
I'm not saying it's going to happen per se, but the numbers are there.
Call in and give us some details.
2%.
Nick might not be dropping his hundos like he did today, though.
Honestly, I think I got a better chance of beating Usain Bolt in the 100 than the Raiders do of making the playoffs. That's how I feel.
Wow.
Just being honest.
Wow.
Dang. Okay, hold on.
I didn't even know you were that fast, Nick. Wow. I'm impressed.
He's just a little annoyed that he lost his bet tonight.
No, that's added on, but you just watch it tonight. Look at the last 2 weeks. I mean, usually when your playoff lives are on the line, you see an effort. And tonight was better, but they should have beat this team by 2 double digits.
Yeah,
I was saying that the entire game. It's like we still, I agree with you.
So Kelly says we did good.
We're doing staying positive.
No,
we hold a tiebreaker versus the Ravens, Broncos, Browns, and Dolphins. So hey, that's good.
Yep.
That's good. See, look at all this good news.
No, that's the
Playoffs,
positive.
baby.
Yeah, that's the positive part about it. All the teams around them, they beat the Steelers, they beat the Dolphins, they beat the Ravens, they play the Chargers, they play the Colts. So they, obviously they just beat the Browns. They play the Broncos next week. So yeah,
And
no,
they beat the
all that's
Broncos
positive.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously if they beat them again, then they would it would be over. So for the Broncos,
Ooh, this is gonna be a big game. I'm excited about this game now. I'm way more excited about going to this game now than I was before it.
Yes.
I mean,
now Denver travels well too, so I'm really curious.
They don't.
The Broncos fans? Well, you're used to. I think Denver fans travel well. We'll see.
Dang.
Nevada Nick, that was you in front of me getting popcorn.
Maybe because it's Christmas. It's Christmas, so they'll stay home. They're gonna stay.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Christmas, they're gonna be at home. We got this.
Angela came to Philly for Christmas, and I don't think she got treated too well from the Philly fans.
Philly fans are terrible.
Yeah, they are. Oh, I'm not denying it. They are. They're horrible. I agree with you 100%.
Horrible. Well, whatever. Yeah. You know what we haven't said? We in the hunt.
Yeah, you are.
We in the hunt.
Yeah.
Salute. Drink, toke, twerk.
We might be hunting with a 22 right now, but that's okay. Our 22 is loaded. Hopefully, we might can upgrade it. You know what I mean? To something a little better.
One thing that I think is important too, and I'd like to know about Waller, because they miss him so much, and you can see that. I wonder, have they given any updates to when he's going to be ready, possibly?
Well, you already know my conspiracy theory,
and yeah, I think it's very interesting.
Hold on, pinkies up. Tell me.
Yeah. Because it seemed like it was going to be a short-term thing, and now what's it, like 4 games, 3 or 4 games he's been out?
Yeah, for a contusion. You don't want to. I'm telling you, I spilled the tea. I'm being messy. I'm starting it. I'm stirring it. But where is he? He's not even on the sidelines. He's not practicing. I said this. I hope it's not true. But, like I said, it might be the last time we saw him in a Raiders jersey after his contusion. I hope I'm wrong.
She doesn't believe he has a knee injury.
No. He's holding out. I believe he's holding out.
He's got a car injury?
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, so he said no updates week by week. Yeah, that sounds shady. No updates week by week.
Exactly. See? I didn't totally make it up.
It's emotional.
I did, but
it's an emotional injury.
Yeah.
Yep. But Moon says we in the hunt, drink, toke, twerk. That's right, because we in the hunt. Whatever. We 7-7 in 3rd place. Woo! Only 1 game behind 2nd place. Woo! I'm taking it.
We're all excited.
Yeah, we're as excited as they were, like jumping up and down, like they just won the Super Bowl or something.
What I love is I would have loved to seen this show, and then the show if they get the first down, Cleveland, and they would have lost the game, and just the difference. Because obviously, but that's football. Because obviously, I'm sure everybody would have been very upset because obviously the playoffs would, but at least they got it done. I'm excited for the Broncos game. I'm hoping because the defense balled out. That's the one thing I really like this defense. I really do.
Yeah,
defense balled out.
They did.
Some plays were made. It was enjoyable.
We got a caller, Mother Moon. You want to put the caller on the line? You got to answer it. Well, I'm just saying I didn't answer it. All right, we got a caller here. We're going to say what's up to the caller. Caller, what's good?
Okay, let's go. Hi, Juana.
Sharice said we barely beat the night crew from Toledo Target.
Hey, Juan, what's up?
That's great.
Nothing.
That is awesome. Who we got? Juan?
Yeah, we got Juan. Can you hear us?
What's up, Juan?
What is good? What you got to say about this epic win and we still in the hunt?
Well, I'm glad we won. I'm glad we won. Well, we barely won. The third string fucking quarterback, Nick Mullins, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I'm glad we beat them. But now next week we're gonna beat the Broncos too. Wait, is Teddy Bridgewater like injured or what happened?
Is that better or worse?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, yeah, I don't think
Did
Teddy
he
Bridgewater
go
going
to
to
the
play.
hospital?
Go
I
ahead.
think he went to the hospital, right? Or is he not? Or is he still in it?
I
No,
think
he got
what we just read was he was released 9 hours ago.
He was.
Apparently, according
Yeah.
to my 2-second Google search.
Yeah, I don't think he'll play.
That's
I don't
good.
think he'll play.
That's good. Oh, however, we saw how the third string quarterback was tonight, so we can't depend on that, right?
Yeah, yeah, because it is what it is.
It is what it is. So, what were you guys laughing at
Right.
earlier? What somebody said something in the comments?
Oh, Sharif.
Sharif said, barely beat the night crew from the Toledo Target warehouse.
I don't even know what that means. What is
He's
that?
saying that they basically, was Browns.
We beat
you
a
know,
very bad team without their
Yeah.
8 starters.
Okay. Well, I get the meaning, but I don't know
And
what
their
Toledo
head coach.
Target is.
What the hell does that mean?
The night
What does that
crew?
mean? They beat the night crew from the Toledo Target. Well,
Yeah.
are they saying there's some Target?
I think you guys are taking that a
Or
little
is
too
there a
literally.
stadium of Target? I
Yeah,
don't
so
know.
see, also, that's what also said. It doesn't matter, but we won and we still in the hunt. I
I'm
love being in
enjoying
the
the
hunt.
win.
It is what it is.
I'm enjoying the win, but I'm still very realistic, though, at least right now, about I'm week to week on my.
Of course,
I'm
Raiders
very
fan.
week to week.
Yes, also
on
in the
my
hunt.
optimism about winning.
In the hunt.
All right.
All right,
Well, thank
Spicy.
you for calling. We appreciate you.
I'm going to talk shit to some old people.
Okay. Sounds fun.
That works.
Not to the Browns. Not to the Browns. To some other people.
Okay. Have
Okay.
fun.
Right.
All right. Bye.
Love you, Spicy.
Oh, wait.
All right. Did he just tell you he loved you?
I think so. Last week he called
Aw.
me baby. Today he loves
Uh-oh.
me. I guess I'm.
Send,
thank you.
hey, Juan, send her flowers, bro.
Oh.
Okay.
He's gonna go.
Well-
What did he say? He was gonna go talk shit to some old people. So
Damn.
Yeah, he's
maybe he's in a
talk shit.
nursing home or something. I don't know. Works in a nursing home.
He's gonna
in
talk shit to
Cleveland.
some old people.
No, I really think the Broncos game will tell a lot, though. I really do, because they need to. I don't know. They need to get the offense headed in the right direction. Defense is dialed in. Offense can go in the right direction. I think that look, every week they win, it's going to make it more exciting. Obviously.
I'm
For
not gonna
sure,
lie.
for
When
sure.
Barber broke outside, I mean, I was sitting there trying to think, how many times have I seen a running back break it outside? I was like, I was hyped when I saw that. That had me. I don't know. That was my best feel good moment of the whole game was
Yeah.
seeing Barber break outside. I was
Yeah.
like, oh man. I mean, seriously.
And that's where the running game's really important is the red zone. You talked about getting touchdowns instead of field goals, Omar. And that's where running the ball is most important because obviously throwing the ball, they know you can't beat them deep. You're kind of pinned in there because you're, in the red zone. So that's where running the football is so important. And if the Raiders can get the run game going, and I thought, I really thought Jacobs played hard tonight. I really do. I think,
Yeah.
obviously.
I thought
after
a
what
lot. I
happened
thought
last week-
Abram played hard. I thought Carr played hard. I thought a lot of them really stepped up. I saw, like I said at the
Yeah.
beginning, I saw a lot of grit. I saw a lot of heart. I saw some swag.
Yeah.
I liked what I saw. Didn't translate into that many points, but
And you know what? Next week too, this was an Abram type of game. He loves playing in the box.
yeah.
And obviously the Browns are a physical running team. The Broncos are a physical running team. Abram did get nicked up though, so hopefully,
yeah.
did you see if he came back? Hopefully he's available next week because a guy
He
like
walked
him
off holding that hand, and that didn't
Yes.
look too good, man.
No,
I thought
it did not look good
his
at
wrist
all.
broke.
Yeah, I know.
He
Look at his
was like-
shoulder or something. Yeah, it didn't look
Definitely.
good.
We have another caller here. Before we get to the caller, I just want to say, Q says, gave me a heart attack against a bunch of backups, but he'll take it.
But I'll take it, right?
Cool Kev. See, this person, I don't
Send Spicy a case of Modelo's. Oh,
forget the
the other kind of
flowers.
flowers. That's the other kind of flowers.
All right. We got Thanos on the line. What's up, Thanos?
Hey, thank you. I'm glad everyone survived because that's the operative word for today. There's a big difference between victory and survival. And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. And I had some of my Raider friends, pumping their fists and pounding their chest like Mighty Joe Young after this game and saying, man, we fought. No, we didn't fight. The Browns fought. When you're down 23 players, the head coach is hunkered down in a fucking bomb shelter somewhere. You know that they kept talking about the coach being in the basement. Like, this is some UFO episode or something like that. Both of their quarterbacks gone. And this game literally goes down to the wire. So we're still averaging about 13 points a game, basically, minus the 10 points that Carlson gave us today, who was by far the MVP of this season. He's the Janikowski sequel, reincarnated, if you will.
I said that.
Now, I did believe that we could beat them even before all the COVID stuff. But this tendency of playing down, looking uninspired, looking outright mediocre, you notice Cleveland took Renfro totally out the game. All that scampering and cute route running and stuff like that, Cleveland eliminated that. Even though most of their secondary was fielded by part-time UPS workers. So when you saw Brown out there, that wasn't a uniform. Those were UPS uniforms camouflaging as Brown players. This was disgusting, disgraceful, and a resounding statement of just how inept this team is that we couldn't even beat a fucking minor league team, if you will. The night crew from the damn Toledo, Ohio Target warehouse taking us down to the wire, and all of these little hypocritical car groupies know damn well they pissed they depends when Carr threw that interception. Going deep. They know damn well they prayed Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and everyone else, and somehow we managed to escape with another Carlson field goal. Now, if you think we're going to beat the Chargers after what we saw real football the other night by professional teams with the Chargers and the Chiefs, you are out of your mind, and I got a bridge in Hong Kong that I want to sell you. You're not going to beat the Colts either, who just beat the Bill Belichick Patriots handedly. Get that lunacy out of your head. We will always teeter-totter around mediocrity with number 4 being in charge. And it's making me so mad week after week. As I said once before, there's been some law passed that Mariota is not allowed to throw the ball under any circumstance.
Law passed.
So everyone and their mother-in-law knows as soon as he comes out there, he's going to run, or better yet, for a car, hand it off to Jacobs. What the fuck is that? They have created a new position for Mariota, DH, designated handoffer. They're treating this kid like he's never been a starter in this game. This man got playoff experience, and you trot him out there to hand the ball to Jacobs.
Wow.
Man, I need to start a movement called Free Mariota because it's disgusting what they're doing to him. And in the long run, it's going to bite us in the ass because this team really isn't that good. And please, you people, stop using the Ruggs excuse, Arnett, Gruden. The same shit happened last year when Ruggs was here and Gruden was here. The same thing happened the year before when we had Trent Brown up front and incognito, and people were ranting and raving about our O-line. This is who Derek Carr is, and we survived. We did not win. We have gotten this crazy mentality like Pookie from New Jack City. We've been reduced to crackheads, happy to get any type of crumbs and rocks instead of standing up and demanding better. Al Davis gave us a standard, and barely beating a damn high school team and a bunch of part-time UPS workers, might have been some of their wives out there and under those helmets, is not impressive to me. Far from it. This game is actually worse than a loss to me because it's giving not only a lot of fans false hope, but the Raiders themselves are now genuinely believing, yes, we ready for the Chargers. We ready for the coach. You probably won't even beat Denver. If I'm Denver right now and I'm looking at this game, I'm feeling very encouraged. And yes, Nick got a good point. There will be a lot of donkeys in a legion. That you can count on.
Yeah.
So anyone who's ecstatic and running up and down and ready to have a damn parade over winning the Sup Bowl, stop it.
Hold on, Thanos, real quick. Nevada Nick wants to respond.
First of all, just preach, because I'm with you. Just being honest with you. I bet the Raiders -2.5, so I have a little extra sting in me because of that. But no, I agree with you. But my biggest thing is I agree with you about Mariota. To me, I think he should have come in last week against the Chiefs. But I thought when Carr fumbled today, that was the signal. Put Mariota in, and I just don't understand. Just to see if he gives the team a spark, maybe, and then you would have a chance if the offense, because I think that's part of the problem. The offense is in a funk. I don't think they're playing hard around the leader, who is Derek Carr. He's the problem.
Yes. Thank you so much for being realistic and rational. And honestly, whatever's going on with Waller, I don't blame him. When you're 6'6" and you're the tallest man in the end zone usually, and you only got 2 touchdowns, yet Gronkowski missed 6 weeks due to a rib injury, and he's got like 6 or so, something is horribly wrong. I mean, Carlson, God bless him, he's the hardest working foot in football. And he's saved our ass. I call him the mailman because he was delivering for us. Yet, once again, the only DC that matters and decides football games in Vegas is Daniel Carlson, period.
I definitely agree with a lot you said. I still enjoyed the win, though.
Boys and girls listening, that's called a dose of reality, free of personality worship. Before you grab onto the car hater label, that silliness. I've been to more games than most of you got fingers and toes multiplied by 10. and I was behind Carr totally when he won the job back in the day, beating out Matt Schwab. I've been to some impressive wins early in this year, but that was a long time ago. Things change.
Yep.
And of course today, Derek Carr once again is leading the league in fumbles. Now he is tied with Kyler Murray, but you can take Murray's fumbles when you got the best record in the game. This is not the first time Derek Carr led the league in fumbles, and he's right back on the top of the mountaintop. So Carr fans, we agree, he is number one. As far as fumbles are concerned.
I mean,
Wow.
I love DH, designated handoff.
That was hard to watch today, Spice.
Yeah.
I thought like this was an episode of the Twilight Zone.
A lot of the games are hard to watch for sure.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I mean, even though it was so hard to watch, I am happy with the W instead of an L. Can we at
I
least
still
agree on
enjoyed
that?
the win, even though what he's saying is true, and still only
It's
putting up
true.
16
It was
points.
not impressive.
but
It
I
doesn't
still
make me
enjoyed the
comfortable
win.
moving forward, but I'm happy that it's 7-7.
Yeah. What's tough for me is to see a team like this go play like they did against the Cowboys, play like they did against the Ravens, and then you see games like today, the Giants, the Bears, and Washington football team. That's what bothers me. It's just the inconsistency of the team. How you can play to such a high
I think he
level.
just named all the games I attended.
Sorry. Oh, you're talking. Well, yeah, I mean, sorry, I didn't know that.
It's okay. You know, it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50.
Yeah.
And of course, everyone is talking about the tiebreakers with Baltimore. This team, that's assuming those teams lose out. They're not us. They're not headed by Derek Carr. They don't have a history of collapsing in December and January. So the only way those potential Walt Disney fantasies will come true is if all of those teams lose out. Because guess what? Buffalo is still Buffalo. The Patriots are still the Patriots. Everyone in the AFC North got a better record than us entering this game, and I can see why the Raiders didn't want the starters to play. I was wondering why Mark Davis was saying crazy stuff like the game should be moved to Vegas and acting paranoid like we were playing the 2002 Patriots or something. And 2001 Patriots. And I see why they didn't want to play the fucking starters.
Yeah, of course not.
I mean,
Oso says, we know we ain't good. That's why we get happy after a win. Raiders.
Well, yeah,
and
he
he voted by saying we still in the hunt. Puff, puff, Thanos, we won.
Right. And no one's upset, but it's not a crime to expect better.
Of course not. We
Because
all want better than that.
Like, oh, gotta expect. Hey,
heartbreak. And then we all sitting around with that dumb look on our face. How did this happen? If you were paying attention to the games, you would know how this happened, that Derek Carr's on his recliner and the big boys like Herbert, Mahomes, Rodgers, Brady, Murray, and company are playing on television. That's why these games matter. A win is not always a win. Because as I said before, the big difference from winning and survival. And this is like Mike Tyson bragging about beating a 92-year-old woman with a heart condition. That's what this equates to. Imagine Mike Tyson doing that. I'm the
wow.
We have gone crazy as a fan base. I've never seen this in 43 years. And again, the axis and the focus is number 4. And then have a man sitting on the bench rotting away as we damn near threw this game away, literally thanks to number 4.
Yeah, Corey has a comment, says, we in the hunt, drink, but it's not encouraging. This win doesn't feel like we can build on. It's like this feels like our best football. Hey, a win is a win, and we in the hunt. But I agree, it wasn't super encouraging. I get that.
Yeah.
I don't think.
We're in the hunt with a rubber band and slingshot, while the big boys got rifles. It ain't much you're gonna kill with a fucking rubber band.
Omar
and a
said at
slingshot.
22. You just
he downgraded us from the 22 to the slingshot. Damn.
So that's what you hunting with. Good luck.
Yeah.
Because we got monsters out there to slay, and you're not gonna slay them with a slingshot. And you notice all of Carr's deep passes are either overthrown or intercepted.
Yeah.
He's a lot more proficient in the intermediate routes, medium stuff. Anytime he goes deep, if he's not bailed out by a pass interference call, you could damn near bet your mama's pension that he would throw an interception.
Well,
okay. See, this is good that I was positive tonight, so he just said everything I wanted to say.
Yeah. Nano stuff, but the way you put it.
I'm out of it.
And I agree with is Al Davis set a standard, and it's not being met over the last 2 decades. And
Oh, you mean just win, baby, or commitment to excellence?
he did. And this fan base, this organization deserves better. They really do. I mean, and look, like I said, I'm they deserve better. They do. And right now you're stuck in the middle, and that's nowhere to be because you're just stuck in the middle.
Hey, we in the hunt.
Yeah, you're in the hunt, but you're 7-7, which is stuck in the middle. So, I mean, hopefully, like I said, I'm trying not to be negative. I'm sorry.
Ray Lando said we beat the Cleveland COVID.
Yes. I mean, what this team needed was a blowout statement win.
Yeah.
And even though they wouldn't have gotten the praise from the press, but they would have did what everyone expected. When you're playing a bunch of substitutes and UPS workers, you expected to dominate and win decisively.
Yep.
We all bited our damn fingernails, wondering if Cleveland actually going to embarrass this team and bury our season.
Yeah.
That's not excellence in my book. That's not a quarterback that I want to brag about. Who turnovers led to scores today again. The best offense for the Browns today was Derek Carr, basically.
Wow.
Because they couldn't do nothing prior to that fumble.
Yeah, that's the difference. And I said it because they were letting them hang around. And I said, all the Browns need is a momentum play, and it's going to turn. And that was it. That was the momentum play. They went down and scored, and then all of a sudden you're looking at a 10-7 game.
Yeah. Yeah, Corey says half of the fan base is happy with the mediocre clown poo offense performance. We had to make a statement this game. I'm not sure we did that. Yeah, well, okay.
I think
I'm just trying to stay positive. That's why I'm quiet. I'm just eating my popcorn.
Short of the running game, which wasn't at 100 yards, but I still enjoyed seeing some running. I mean, we are making the statement that we're struggling to score points. We've been making that pretty consistently.
Yep.
I mean, and that's the fact. Right. I mean, if Mayfield was playing, I think they would have scored more than 14 points.
We got a UPS worker in here.
He has to try out with Cleveland.
On the plus side, give the defense credit.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with the effort the defense gave, given how putrid our offense was, and basically Carlson carrying us on his back.
Yeah. Hey, Thanos, Thor has a comment for you. He says, we had people out too. Don't care who was out. We were on the road. East Coast won a game. Build on it.
No, that's false equivalency, Thor. You can't compare the two. They're missing both quarterbacks. The head coach, the whole secondary was out. Some of you talking about Derek Carr like he's some MVP or Dan Marino's brother instead of David Carr's brother. And the whole secondary was out. We playing people who was on a milk carton 2 weeks ago. And all you could do is put up 1 touchdown and 3 field goals by your kicker. Stop it. No, stop it. The comparison's not even close. You still had Renfro, the 6th leading wide receiver in the game. You still had a 1,000-yard runner in Jacobs. You still had Mr. Everything, Derek Carr. Stop it. We're not going to delude ourselves and try to make this ass whipping that we escaped seem like it's no big deal, like we handled our business. We didn't. We were fortunate. We didn't impose our will.
Also is I'll say piggybacking, whatever the term you want to say, kind of off Thor's comment, kind of what you're saying. He says we're missing a starting O-line, Waller, wide receiver, and a permanent real head coach. So we even.
He's right about that, and that hopefully that's some of what they do for next year.
Oh, and Perryman.
Yeah, and Perryman's a baller. Obviously, did you say Perryman was one of the guys who got named to the Pro Bowl or no?
And Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett went out in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like the Angels were begging the Raiders to take this game.
Yeah.
The few players the Browns had on the field was getting hurt. Yeah. I was like, wow, we still can't take advantage.
True. All right, Thanos. Well, we appreciate you. You entertained
Great
me. I
call.
just sat back and ate my popcorn, but we about up on our time now, so I'm gonna let you go, my friend.
Okay, I will see everybody on the sofa the same annual time in January.
All
And
right.
we can take bets on who else is going to win the Super Bowl.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right.
All right.
All right, Thanos.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow,
See,
man.
I let him go way over his time because I was being positive, so I couldn't say any of it. So I let him go.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
He's
so
not
serious
wrong.
about it,
I mean,
that
he's
shit
not
was
wrong.
hilarious.
He's not wrong. Let's be honest.
Huh?
He's not wrong.
No.
I get it.
Also,
You know
we'll
what?
take the win because we in the hunt.
Yeah, I like the passion, and I get it. There's some people that I get it. Like I said, I've felt like this plenty of times as an Eagles fan and as a Raiders fan too, wanting them to make the playoffs. I lean to how he feels. Yeah, as a Raiders fan, I really do because it's frustrating. Now I get it. I mean, it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
It's frustrating, but we still on the hunt.
No, I mean, that's what I was going to say. I understand sometimes you overlook teams, and they might have been a little complacent. It happens when you hear 10 guys are out. You probably start thinking this is going to be easy. You're a little complacent, and they did. Angela's right. They did come out ready. At least they didn't come out lackadaisical, get behind, and so they did something right. And ultimately, it's a win. So that's.
We got a question. We got a question for you. The ultimate Nevada Nick pick from Raider Hefe.
Not KC. Raider Hefe, not KC.
It's the Packers, and man, the AFC's wide open. I would say the Chiefs are probably the favorites. The Chiefs aren't winning the Super Bowl this year. I can tell you that, guaranteed. And I'm not trying to do that, Hefe, because you're a Chiefs fan, just being straight up with you. I'm an Andy Reid guy, but something's missing with the Chiefs. I like how their defense is playing, but I think the Packers are going to win it all. And I really think the Colts are dangerous. Watch out for the Colts. I like how the Colts are playing.
All right. We've got Aviator Aaron. Hey, thanks for joining us. I think you're a new viewer. Please subscribe if you haven't already. He says Packers Colts Super Bowl, although the NFL dream is Patriots Bucks. Yeah, that's probably true.
Right?
No,
that's scary. Put that away. No Patriots Bucks. We gotta man, that is just a ruin the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and if you haven't already, please do this because we are about to wrap. I'll let you guys finish here in a second.
Yeah.
But make sure to light that torch by hitting that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share the channel if you want to share this episode. Share the channel so people will subscribe. Well, he likes those teams, I guess. He likes those teams. Wait, what were you guys gonna say?
Oh, I was just doing a little prayer that we do not see Pats Bucks in a Super Bowl. So
oh yeah, I mean
I'm going to repeat that.
NFL's dream, though.
I'm gonna keep repeating that every chance I get to make sure it comes true.
Yeah, after yesterday with all the injuries Tampa Bay had, I really don't think you're going to see that. I would be very surprised.
All right.
Going to be interesting though.
Well, we are up on our time, so thank you, Nevada Nick, for joining. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We are going to enjoy this win. Hey, Thanos is right. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't super convincing. But at the end of the day, we 7-7. We still in the hunt. We in third place. We're playing the Broncos next week, and we coming after you, AFC West. That's right. That's right.
I enjoyed the win.
Oh, you changed your name 3 times. That's why. Okay, I see. Nevada Nick, are you going out with us or are you too mad?
I'm too mad tonight.
All right, that's a wrap on Nevada Nick.
Raiders are sleeping on the couch in Nevada Nick's home.
I'm going to get my Daniel Carlson jersey.
Don't call him. Oh, DC2. DC2. All right, thanks, Nevada Nick. All right, well, we won tonight, and we are in the hunt. Third place, all by ourselves in the AFC West. Hopefully next weekend, it's going to be creeping on second. You like that, right? Creeping on second. I like that.
Creeping on second. We're creeping on something. I hope we can just creep on.
Third place all by ourselves.
Yeah, right. Well, thank you everyone for they're all ahead of us. They already know what's coming. They
Look,
already know
hey,
what's
up,
up.
look at 'em.
Because we
Then
go
said,
out one
"One
way
And
only
only
one
one
way.
way.
Our story. Yes, I represent the nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Raider Nation. Our story. That's right. And I'm with Spicy Girl and that Mother Moon. La Familia. Mighty Thor and a Quiet Q. Super Hood. Omar. On the grill. And the B-Lot. 3 amigos. 4 brothers. Mr. Nicely Seasoned. What's the mariachis without Senor Raider? Representing just like the beginning Oakland Raider. Darlene and the Raider home.
What a big local.
Chucky Gruded, my boss. Black Eyes. We're tailgaters. And it began on an autumn day. Right here in the OAK. California dreaming in that golden state. Alameda County right here in the Bay. And you could find me on that east side, yo. Representing that east side, oh. But no matter what, we represent the shield. Just like Anna in the band club Emeryville. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Raider Nation. Our story, our story. Yo, representing silver and the black, Mr. Matter of Fact, yo, is here. Without showing any pity, from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas, all the way to Mexico City. And I represent that nation. Our story, our story. Yes, I represent the nation. Our story, our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Raider Nation. Our story. Right. Yo, this is my story and I represent it with the pride and the poise. Commitment to that excellence I represent with noise. This is how I do it, the silver and the black. And I come into the track and I represent it, matter of fact. And I'm cruising around with Hollywood Raider all around the town. And I just found out Raider Savage on the interstate. Raider de la Baja, yeah, orale. So get over here, cause we representing now. And that I don't win is a favorite. They gotta win is a breeze. They gotta win is a race. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Raider Nation. Our story, our story. Yo, representing silver and the black, Mr. Matter of Fact, yo, is here. Without showing any pity, from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas, all the way to Mexico City. And I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent the nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Raider Nation. That's right, Mr. Matter of Fact is here.